So welcome to this week's PolyFX live stream. You'll see that things look a little bit different this week. That's because the last few weeks have been eventful, as well as a couple of weeks ago having COVID. I also have been moving everything. We now have an upstairs, which is currently incredibly messy. So we are moving things from our previous location. Actually, this is unsafe. Okay, moving things. So now the machines are just going to live downstairs by themselves. And yes, the video will be from upstairs. It's a little bit more chaotic than usual. So we are now up to H on the live stream run through of every module after doing the granular last week. As always, if you have any questions, I'm sorry the sound quality will be a little bit arse today because I'm streaming from my phone because we haven't got anything set up here yet, and we've taken everything downstairs. But so today we're doing the Harmonic Tremolo and Harmonic Tremolo External. Again, with the external ones, they just mean that they take in a CV input instead of having an internal LFO. So if we grab a Harmonic Tremolo, we'll just disconnect this existing path. We'll connect from the input, hold and press, and that's the Harmonic Tremolo connected. You'll see we just have depth, BPM, and crossover frequency. So the way harmonic tremolo works is basically your sound is split into 2 bits with this crossover. So you'll have a high part and a low part, and that's the normal way a crossover works. And those will be tremoloing independently at the specified depth and speed. So if we turn up our depth a little bit, set our crossover frequency, I'll show you how that works. So you can hear that tremolo going on there. If I turn up the depth, we'll get a much more obvious tremolo. Yeah, there we go. And if we choose a different crossover frequency, we'll get different effects. Up high will be very different. So it's mostly going to be obvious around the frequencies that are important for notes. See, so you get those kind of changing textures when you've got that. So the external harmonic tremolo will work just the same, except you can take in something like the looping envelope. I can show that. I don't know what I was just pressing. There we go. Multitasking here. Okay. If we go back to H and we add in external, we don't need that guy. So we'll add the looping envelope because that's one of our faves. Pull this guy out. Drop this one in. Hold that one, press that one. And then we'll connect up one of the outs of this. And then we'll set this one to be a repeating, so the FOE. And then we'll just set its level up a little bit. And now we've just set depth for something there. So we can set very slow LFOs like this. More sensible So the really slow LFOs might be interesting. You can set super slow LFOs like this. If you want slow, subtle changes, which the harmonic tremolo kind of is good for. So yeah, that's how you can get fun stuff with the harmonic tremolo very easily. You can get into weird territory. By just running a very fast LFO. So then you get basically into amplitude modulation, ring mod kind of territory. That's actually kind of fun, I quite like that. Yeah, amplitude mod, ring mod kind of territory. So then obviously this is also modulatable, so you can have things evolve over time as you modulate the modulator. So that is H. Now on to I. There is no I. Done. There is something I kind of want to chat about in I though, which is, if we go in here, there's a mode called Interconnect Mode. Interconnect Mode lets you use any CV thing as an audio thing. So, for example, if you have an attenuverter and you turn on Interconnect Mode, you can use it to change the phase of any signal. You can also then use the delay to delay a CV signal, which might be handy for some reason. I have used that before. Yeah, and any of those kind of things. If you want to saturate a CV signal or anything like that, you can do that, which might have weird results occasionally, but it might also be useful. So yeah, you can interconnect audio and CV. So if you want this looping envelope, yeah, I can show you that actually. This is only tangentially related to today's plan, but so what am I going to do? Yeah, well, that's fine too. So we get our VCA, we'll turn that down just so we're not incredibly loud. We go in and we turn on interconnect mode, our thing that is I. We connect up our VCA, our LFO, and instead of connecting it up to the normal things we connected up to, we will connect out to, and instead of going into the normal CV gain of the VCA, we'll go actually into the input. So we've got a CV going into the audio input now. And now, if, turn this right down so I don't blow up, it's off. Write this to an output. Here we have audio. And if we turn up the speed of that, you have an oscillator. So that's just something you can do with interconnect mode. So that's the end of, well, there isn't any I, but then we have in K some filters. The Korg filter, the K Org filter, the MS-20 style filter, a high pass and a low pass version of it, which works very similarly to the other stuff we played with. So, all right, I'll quickly show this one, and that will be the end of today's slightly poorly handheld version of this video. So, there's the low pass and high pass, they work the same. So let's chuck our in to there, and we'll go out there. Give a bit of volume, give a bit of Q, and it's filtered just like all the other ones. obviously you can modulate those things through the CV input. And that's the end of K. Now next week, because L is pretty long, it has the looper in it. Next week we'll be running through the very useful looping envelope, the looper, which is called loopler, and the LFO, which we have shown a few times, so we'll show in more detail next week. So that's the end of this week's chat. I hope you enjoyed it, and there will be a proper one next week with the actual setup.